Best. All right, as you heard, the United Arab Emirates has lifted a visa ban on Nigerian travelers, and flights by Etihad Airlines and Emirates will resume. Now, so what does this mean for Nigeria's aviation sector? We're joined now by Professor Obiora Okonkwo, spokesperson for airline operators in Nigeria and the CEO of United Airlines. Thank you so much. United Nigeria Airlines. Yes. Must never miss that out. Thank you very much. Good to see you.
Same here.
All right. First, your reaction to this visa ban, lifting of the visa ban. How does this really affect domestic airlines like yours? I know you've been recently given the nod to fly into Dubai, Netherlands, you name it,
yes.
Almost everywhere. First off, congratulations for that.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
How does this come to you?
Well, it's a good news to see that Mr. President is engaging internationally in a very robust way, from India to Dubai. Those are welcome developments. It is to the interest of this country and the citizens that we maintain cordial relationship with all parts of the world. But there are three aspects to this. One is the diplomacy, the other one is the investment aspect of it, and the other one is aviation. So the press release I came across today stated that the details will be unveiled later. So we don't know the details of this agreement, but overall, we're happy about that. However, what I will expect to see in the details is an agreement that is not lopsided. In the past, we have seen a whole lot of relationship that is one-sided. Nigeria doesn't get much because of our limitations. If you take, for instance, the cause of the problem, what we had at the beginning was that they could not repatriate their funds. And then they came up with Nigerians having unruly behavior in Dubai, and then they stopped visa. There is aspect of aeropolitics in this whole stuff, because so when Mr. President was there diplomatically, I don't know what was the veil. Did he say, I am sorry for those bad behaviors, let's start afresh? Or did they tell Mr. President, oh no, we just realized that those guys were really not bad. Let's start afresh. But they know, what I can see here is this. If it was not aeropolitics, when they stopped coming to Nigeria, they didn't need to stop issuing visa. The only single reason why that visa issuance was stopped, because they wanted to protect the aviation industry. We had a piece who was already going to Dubai with 3 777 on the ground. He can mop up the whole market. All right, we have Ethiopian Air, we have Qatar. So they just did that to protect that. It shows that every country protects the aviation business. Government must be involved. We in Nigeria need that protection. If it was that Mr. President had gone and said, okay, your money, which I know from information is just about $100 million, we are going to give it to you. Welcome development. We want them to give them the money. But we, the local operators, also need Forex. We have our money locked up with CBN. The case of the foreign operator is that their money may be in the bank, but they may not have been able to convert it. But ours is a double jeopardy. We have our accounts debited by the bank. We don't have Naira, we don't have dollar. And some of them are on for the last 1 year, multi-million US dollars. So we would like also government to engage us. I am happy that I saw the Minister of Aviation there in the delegation. So now that they have opened up the visa, I expect that they should also discuss with us. And part of the new agreement, when the details are out, should be to reduce the frequency of Etihad and Emirates. In a week, they come to Nigeria not less than 25 to 30 times in a week.
Every day?
Every week.
They come in every day?
They come in every day.
And based on reports, they make about 3.3 billion naira weekly.
So if you look at that amount, this amount they make is 90% Nigerian people flying to their country. And this money is paid in naira, and they need to convert it. If their frequency is reduced, and we have Nigerian operators flying, APC is already there, then, and we have the necessary support from the government, United Nigeria will join, other operators will join. Within 3 months, we can cut the subsequent exposure in dollar terms to this country by 60%, because it should be paid in naira and the money should return here. You see the difference. So we're also looking at the point where we're advising the government through the Ministry of Aviation to look at some of the expenses which these foreign operators make in Nigeria. They pay all the dues accruable to all our aviation agencies, NC and all that, in foreign exchange. They buy their fuel in foreign exchange. So they have to convert this foreign exchange with CBN and then pay these people. And we think we're earning foreign exchange. So if they work at a station where they make some of the expenses in naira, so this naira they earn that is in their bank, they can reduce that by using it to pay in naira. So there should be less pressure on foreign exchange. And when we fly, as much as we have to with the government support, then it will even reduce further. This applies to other airlines, BA and other coming out of Nigeria. This industry cannot survive without government support. Emirates, they had about $7 billion US support from the government after COVID. We were left alone during the COVID. The only money the entire aviation ecosystem got, I've said it several, was $4 billion. And if you split it from air travelers, ground handlers, you know, and all that.
4 billion naira or
4 billion naira. Okay. I don't think anybody got more than 50 million.
Okay.
We're talking about people for 2 years, paid salary, maintained their aircraft. We're not supported. And that was intentional because somebody thought we should die off so that there will be a rise for another airline.
I was coming there because what you just told us looks really so simple. I mean, increasing the frequency of Etihad and Emirates. But do you suspect
reducing
the frequency? Do you suspect that there could be a certain vested interest in the government quotas who might have certain interest in Etihad and Emirates, and so using those airlines against our own domestic airlines?
Well, I really don't like to come to national television and speculate. But what I would just assume is that some people are just acting based on their own understanding, which unfortunately is detrimental to the airline industry. But for the fact that Mr. President had made this a priority for these airlines to be flying out of Nigeria, he's showing an understanding of importance of aviation in any economy. So I believe that they should take our own local operators, because if we are supported to capitalize and fly, we will not only save money from those who are flying. The countries we fly to, they will pay us in foreign exchange.
But earlier you said,
so I really think that
let me come in here. You just said earlier that you were not getting enough support after COVID, so hoping that because certain elements that should give you such support, we're hoping that the domestic airlines will have a certain challenge, probably die down, and then there will be a resurrection of others.
Airline.
So why would you say that? What do you suspect?
Well, don't forget that was when the Nigerian air was in the pipeline.
Okay.
And if all the utterances around that were just demonizing the local operators and the marketing house to show the whole world that we don't have the capacity, we can fly, and so on and so forth. So I cannot disassociate that from that. But however, I'm aware that visits of this nature. I've been involved in some of them. There are some agreements, there are some MOUs. But you know, like you were saying previously with the other guests here in the show, we don't know when it will happen. But I can assure you that the low-hanging fruit in this agreement with United Arab Emirates, it's Nigerian aircrafts, Nigerian airline, flag carriers flying into Emirates. United Nigeria can start flying in 3 months. But you know, the question is, we wouldn't want a situation where we are granting them all the rights. Then because the process, as you may have known, we've gotten the approval from the federal government. That's one step. The other step is that the Minister of Aviation has written Minister of Foreign Affairs on our behalf to communicate to United Arab Emirates. So we expect the Foreign Affairs to write to them on our behalf, and then they will write to us confirming their intention also to welcome us in the country. Where do we miss it? When this letter goes, it might be there for 1 year, 2 years, and they don't reply because they don't want it to come in some countries.
So what do you expect the federal government to do?
The government should, I'm glad, like I said, the minister was there. Now they're coming back. He has to present our own interests. United Nigeria wants to come to Dubai. Other national flag carriers in Nigeria want to come to Dubai. We want their slots given to them. We want you to give them response. If you want to fly 30 times into Nigeria, we want 30 slots. That's actually Basa.
That's what's fair.
That's what Basa. Basa is the Basa. When you hear about Basa, Basa is that you give us as much as we give you.
Okay.
That's what it is. But
So
today it's all lopsided.
Mutually beneficial.
We don't fly to UK. They fly here all the time. We don't fly to so many other countries. But that's what we're prepared to do. And it's not a rocket science. We can do that as much as each and every one then can do it.
Very quickly, before we let you go, I mean, Keyamo, the aviation minister, has put on hold the whole Nigeria Air project. You always spoke against the Nigeria Air issue. I mean, what's your take on it? Are you happy with that?
Well, it's not personal. We have all maintained that this is not to the interest of the government. It's not good for the local operators. It was ill-intended. There's nothing good there. There's nothing Nigeria in that Nigeria ways, like I've always said. So we welcome the idea of Mr. Minister to suspend the whole process until he gets to the deep of it. And we have no doubt that if he looks deep down there, he will say a lot of rotten things that will say, cover it up immediately. I don't want to say it.
Remember you said
that will be there.
last time. So how have you been coping with dollar shortage?
You see, the industry is about to collapse. You have heard about our approval to fly internationally. That means I have to invest about $250 million in the next 2 years. And then what will happen? I could source this money to invest. How do I repatriate my money? Within this week, in the next 1 week, I should spend about $5 million to keep that transaction alive. Today, your banks are giving you 20,000, 30,000, and they ask you to go and source for inflow from any other source. Who do I source? It's not on the street. So, as much as the federal government and the state government are making a whole lot of efforts to attract investment. I've seen a whole lot of economic investment in the state, Economic Investment Summit in the state. Mr. President has been going on economic missions. I'm sure he'll be going again. Those are welcome. But let me tell you from my experience, I'm a typical brain gain. I studied overseas. I was a diaspora. I came back to Nigeria. No other people can operate and survive in Nigeria more than Nigerians. We are here in this business, we remain in this business out of patriotism and passion. Take, for instance, Virgin Atlantic. There's Virgin Australia, there's Virgin Britain.
There was Virgin Nigeria.
There is Virgin America. They are doing very well. Once upon a time, there was Virgin Nigeria. And they collapsed and ran away. So our environment is toxic. They should not neglect those who are here. We are making a whole lot of sacrifices. these people will only, and even for these
It's a
guys
good
to
place to
close
live
down
it.
and leave, it shows that they are fair weather friends. When it's good, they are here. When it's
That's
not
right.
good, they close up. But you see, again, let me see this opportunity to thank the minister and appreciate his commitment. But again, ask him to roll off his sleeve to fight with those the aeropolitics.
We have to
it's
say
a
thank
big
you very
politics
much.
worldwide, and we must not be shortchanged.
We're being played out already. Thank you very much, Professor Ralph Obiora is the CEO, Chairman of United Nigeria Airlines. Thank you so much for joining us.